Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Bob DiMaria with another episode of Ask Dr. Bob from Westlake, Ohio, in Naples, Florida. Thank you for joining me. Had a question from someone who wanted to know what lipoprotein A is. Apparently, this individual has someone in her life that is 61 years old, happens to be her husband. He has a diabetic issue, and his lipoprotein A is 200. Want to know how we could change that number. Well, as I did some research on it, lipoprotein A carries cholesterol, fats, and proteins in the body. And they basically said from the research that it's genetically predetermined and it comes from your family. And there's really, that they say that nothing that diet can do to make an impact on that. So what I would suggest that you do is have your husband's thyroid checked. We do know from our experience when your thyroid is low, your cholesterol tends to be elevated. You may consider working on his liver. The liver is the key to everything. Back off of fruits. I'm not real familiar with the lipoprotein A. In our practice, we use a variety of products and lifestyle changes to help manage cholesterol, but oftentimes cholesterol is overlooked with the thyroid. And as a rough rule of thumb, when your cholesterol is elevated and your triglycerides are normal, that could be stress, triglycerides being blood fat. On the other hand, when cholesterol is elevated and triglycerides are elevated, you're probably eating, or he's eating, too many carbs, and I would understand that being that he has a history of diabetes. Dr. Bob, is there an herb for arthritis? Well, what I have found from my experience, one of the leading causes of arthritis or joint involvement happens to be the liver. This is an example of the liver. The liver is located right here on the body. It's right below the ribs. You don't want your liver to be past the ribs. You say, how do I know that? Well, in our practice, we take digital films, and if the liver is below the ribs, we know the person has some liver toxicity. We use milk thistle. We use a product in our practice, which is a proprietary blend from Biotics Research Corporation called Livotrit Plus. I personally take one or two of those every day. I also use dandelion root, which is a liquid herb, and if you want to be really silly about it, you can go out in your backyard and pick up some dandelion greens, of course if they're not sprayed with an herbicide or pesticide. Dr. Bob, I've been listening to you on YouVersion. We do appreciate all of our YouVersion individuals who have been watching us over the years. And you wanted me to address, basically the bottom line is you're on a swing shift and what you should do. But what I have found from my experience, the adrenal glands are really important. Now, you want to be in bed by 10 o'clock. The hours between 10 and midnight help restoration of the adrenals. If you're on a swing shift, that's not happening. So we would support adrenal function, use a product called ADB5. Now there's also something that occurs when you sleep. Your body makes growth hormone. Now I'm not telling you to go out and buy growth hormone because I don't necessarily think that's the best thing to do. We actually use a product called Gaminal Forte, which is transferulic acid, which helps your body create the basis for growth hormone. So the adrenal glands are very, very important. You want to back off of sugar, and you want to try to be on some kind of regular program or pattern, even though you have a schedule that's altered. Sleep is the key to long-term health. I'm Dr. Bob DiMaria.